Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shah. Our top story and an explosive revelation in the Telangana phone tapping and snooping row. Ex-Deputy Commissioner of Police P. Radhakrishna Rao has claimed that devices belonging to media industry bigwigs, retired cops and politicians, this includes from the then ruling BRS, were hacked and monitored. The former DCP says that the illegal surveillance was done at behest of the former Chief Minister KCR. A 6-page confessional statement of former DCP of Telangana Police Task Force P. Radhakrishna Rao makes some explosive claims that are quite damning for former Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao. Radhakrishna Rao was arrested on March 29, 2024. NDTV's Uma Sudhir brings us more details.
This is certainly very damning for the former Chief Minister KCR as well as his party and many senior leaders who are also being named here and there. At least the first family of the former Chief Minister is being named. This confessional statement, I must point out, happened soon, in fact, after the arrest of Radhakrishna Rao on the 29th of March, and on the 4th, in the presence of two revenue officers, the police say that they have recorded this confessional statement. It's a 6-page statement in which he has in fact talked about many things. This includes one, speaking about widespread tapping of phones, monitoring, creating profiles of people, whoever they believe could actually harm in any way the BRS interest. So they were looking very specifically at whoever was having any voice of dissent, anyone who could indulge in any kind of an anti-party activity, people within the party and also people outside of the party. So there is an entire spectrum that they are talking about. And interestingly and very significantly, he says that during the Munugod by-polls, in fact, he mentions that before the 2018 assembly elections is when they seem to have kind of perfected this art of getting specific inputs, and that it was used to safely transport money for the BRS, while at the same time, which was TRS at that time, while at the same time using the same intelligence to catch the monies being carried or transported by other political parties for use in their election campaign itself. So he says it happened in 2018 assembly elections, 2019 Lok Sabha elections, and again before the 2023 assembly elections. And he is also making the third damning thing, I would think, is about the MLA poaching case, which KCR had made quite a hue and cry about. And in that case, Radhakrishna Rao says that the Chief Minister came to know of this through pilot Rohit Reddy, one of the MLAs who was part of that operation, and that a few more MLAs were roped in, and the entire thing was set up, that he himself had got cameras that were set up in the farmhouse in order to try and trap those people who were trying to poach. And the former DCP in fact claims that he had wanted to get BL Santosh arrested so that he could get rid of the ED case against his daughter Kavita. These are of course all very, very damning statements against the former Chief Minister. This is a confessional statement of one of those who has been arrested.
After a record-breaking voter turnout in Jammu and Kashmir, the Election Commission of India has said that this was the highest turnout in the last 35 years in Jammu and Kashmir. The Election Commission of India also added that Jammu and Kashmir assembly elections will be held very soon. The high turnout has had huge positive for the state polls as well. The Election Commission of India said that 58.46% turnout was recorded in all 5 Jammu and Kashmir Lok Sabha polls. And Nazir Masoodi joins us on the phone line. Nazir, this is great news for the people of Jammu and Kashmir, especially on the back of the massive turnout in the Lok Sabha elections that we have seen.
Exactly. Wherever we went during this election, 5 phases of elections, people were talking one thing: when will assembly elections be held? So, Election Commission today formally answered that question, that it will be held very soon, and they say they are encouraged by this massive participation in this election. Overall, there's 58% turnout, which is the highest in last 35 years. So clearly, Election Commission issuing a separate statement for about the turnout in Jammu and Kashmir. We have seen in the areas which had witnessed almost zero turnout participation in early elections, large number of people participate and showed their repose their faith in democracy. There was no boycott call. There was no shadow of violence. Not a single incident related to elections was reported during this election, which witnessed even in urban areas of Srinagar like Baramulla, Sopore, South Kashmir, which was militancy infested. All these areas have witnessed recorded highest vote turnout, and Election Commission clearly saying that assembly elections will be held very soon, because Jammu and Kashmir is without an elected government for last 6 years, and last assembly elections were held 10 years ago in 2014.
All right, Nazir Masoodi, thank you very much for getting us all the latest in that story. Now, another big story that we are tracking right now is the Delhi daycare tragedy. The police has been granted custody of all the accused. Delhi's Karkaduma court remanded Dr. Naveen Khichi and Dr. Akash to police custody till May 30th. In fact, a 3-day police custody has also been granted for the hospital owner as well as the doctor on duty. The Delhi government, in the aftermath of this shocking incident, has ordered a fire safety audit of all the hospitals and sought a fire safety detail of all the hospitals as well. So the Delhi government cracking its whip. But the big question is this too little, too late? In fact, an alert has also been issued in Noida after Delhi hospital fire. Noida administration has ordered an audit of all the hospitals in the city as well.
मैंने विभाग से पूछा तो हमें ये जानकारी मिली, आपको बताता हूं कि 24 अप्रैल 2024 को सभी अस्पतालों को, प्राइवेट और सरकारी अस्पतालों को फायर प्रिपेयर्डनेस के लिए हमारी तरफ से डायरेक्शन गई थी। और 8 मई 2024 को, क्योंकि तापमान बढ़ रहा था, गर्मी बढ़ रही थी, तो 8 मई 2024 को भी सभी अस्पतालों को, प्राइवेट और सरकारी, हमारी तरफ से डायरेक्शन गई थी कि आप अपने यहाँ फायर ऑडिट करा लें, यानी कि वो देख लें कि आपके यहाँ अगर आग लगती है तो उसको रोकने के प्रावधान और सिस्टम्स आपके यहाँ चल रहे हैं, नहीं चल रहे हैं।
The Rajkot police chief has been transferred days after a horrific fire at a gaming zone in the city that killed 28 people, including 9 children. Now, the probe so far shows that the gaming zone owner did not have clearance for the building. Even the layout plan of the gaming zone had no sanction. The Gujarat High Court ripped into the Rajkot civic body and said it could no longer trust the state government. New drone footage revealing the extent of the Rajkot game zone fire horror. The blaze that killed 28 people, including 9 children, and left their bodies burnt beyond recognition. This, as a furious Gujarat High Court today asked the state government how the gaming zone had been operating without the required permits, including fire safety certificates, and said it could no longer trust the state government. This was after the Rajkot municipal body said in court that our approval was not taken. This has been going on for 2.5 years. Are we to assume you turned a blind eye? What do you and your followers do? The court thundered. In court, the government admitted that other gaming zones in the state also did not have necessary clearances. The government said 2 other gaming zones in Ahmedabad did not have permission to operate, and said a special team has been formed to investigate all such issues and file a report within 72 hours.
Immediately on the very same day, in the few hours, SID constitute की गई है, 72 hours में interim report मांगा गया है, a detailed report within 10 days.
Under fire, the Gujarat government suspended 7 officials, including 2 police inspectors, 2 engineers, 1 town planner, and a fire station officer for alleged dereliction of duty. A total of 3 people have now been arrested in the case. New CCTV footage appeared to show the fire starting during welding work. Sparks fell on plastic that caught fire and could not be contained by panic-stricken workers.
In this type of case, government and the administration wakes up when this type of disaster happen. There are many innocent lives who get lost in this type of situation, but the question remains, who is responsible for that? The person who is the owner of the respected company or the place, or the administration or the government who just sleeps when this type of incident happens and then wake up. With cameraman Praveen Rohit, Paradama for NDTV 24/7, Rajkot. Sir, in this entire matter in the courtroom, the accused was also crying. What was he trying to do?
Accused was not crying, but he was making a drama of crying. Because this very accused, he started crying when he came in the court. After 5 minutes, he was laughing and he said to the Honorable Court that this kind of things happens. This was his tendency, and court has taken a serious note of this fact, that the accused is saying that this kind of thing happens.
Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's aide Bibhav Kumar's bail application was dismissed by 30 Hazari Court on Monday. Additional Sessions Judge Sushil Anuja Tyagi passed an order turning down Bibhav's bail plea. Now, earlier, the 30 Hazari Court heard lengthy arguments on the bail plea of Bibhav Kumar, accused in the Swati Maliwal assault case.
Well, in an order copy, they have revealed many facts as far as the arguments are concerned. Remember, today an intense argument took place for almost 2 hours between the Delhi Police Councils and and Bibhav Kumar's counsel. It was stated in the court that there is no premeditated behavior by Maliwal on the same day when there was an assault. The medical was not done of Swati Maliwal, and it was only after couple of days the medical was done. The court also said in an order copy when Bibhav Kumar plea was dismissed that the allegations are very serious in nature which Swati Maliwal had put in. In fact, there are instances where the order copy also stated that it is further argued that the nature of injuries are not relevant for attracting Section 308 IPC, as the intention or knowledge of the applicant has to be seen as well. It is further argued that complainant was hit on the pelvic area and she was dragged while she was hit against the center table. It is further also argued that Section 354 of the IPC is also attracted to the present case, as the acts which may outrage the modesty are also covered. And also when she is a sitting member of parliament and has remained the chairperson of the DCW.
Time for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Welcome back. A special CBI court in Bhopal has sentenced 11 persons to 7 years of rigorous imprisonment and imposed a fine of rupees 10,000 each in a decade-old Vyapam case. Now, the special CBI court judge Nitiraj Singh Sisodia convicted 6 candidates and 5 impersonators in this particular case. And Anurag Dwari joins us on the phone line to get us more details. Anurag, this is massive development, especially in this decade-long case. What are the details?
See, this case is related to the police constable recruitment examination in 2012, where 6 candidates, they made up some other person to write their examination, and then they passed the written examination. The case was registered by CBI and the investigation started, and now, as you said, that the court has found all the accused person guilty and sentenced them 7 years of rigorous imprisonment and, imposed a fine of rupees 10,000 on each of them.
Right. Anurag Dwari, thank you very much for getting us all the latest in that story. A law college student in Patna was beaten to death by masked miscreants at Patna Law College premises. Now, nearly 8 miscreants thrashed the student to death. There has been a stir in the area after this incident. The police is currently taking action in this matter. The student was, in fact, coming out of the college after giving his examination when the miscreants attacked him. It is being said that all the miscreants were wearing masks, and now police have sent the body for post-mortem. And news now from Rajasthan. Rajasthan is in the grip of a severe heat wave. For the past 24 hours, temperatures in the western districts, that is Jodhpur, Jaisalmer, Barmer, Bikaner, Ganganagar, have hovered above 47 degrees. Here's a report.
Severe heat wave in Rajasthan. 10 cities have reported temperatures above 47 degrees, and the rest of the state is not any cooler, with temperatures hovering at 45 degrees and above.
When maximum temperature reaches 47 degrees Celsius, then according to IMD criteria, it is classified as a severe heat wave. And in Rajasthan, for last 1 week, the severe heat wave conditions are being observed. If we see the last 24-hour maximum temperature,
Across Rajasthan, streets wear a deserted look as people prefer to stay indoors. For those forced to venture out, there is danger of a heat stroke.
और दिन का तापमान जैसे अभी देख लो आप 45-47 चल रहा है, तो 11-12 बजे के बाद 50 से बाहर चले जाता है।
गर्मी तो बहुत है सर, गर्मी का तो 48 डिग्री इतनी तापमान।
कहाँ से हैं आप?
दिल्ली से।
जैसलमेर आए हैं इस गर्मी में?
जैसलमेर काम चालू है ना अपना।
Hospitals across Rajasthan have also been asked to gear up to deal with patients of heat-related illnesses. Unofficial figures seem to suggest there have been more than 12 deaths due to the extreme heat. But it's not just human beings. Animals are also reeling in the intense heat wave. 700 bats have been found dead in Salumbar, just south of Udaipur. The forest department has taken samples to ascertain the cause of death. And in the reserve forest of Ramgarh and Bundi, peacock carcasses, 10 of them, suggesting that the birds died due to the heat.
वो अभी जो हमने पोस्टमार्टम कराया है, उसमें डॉक्टर का जो प्रिलिमिनरी ऑब्जर्वेशन है वो ये है कि हीट स्ट्रोक से मरे हैं, क्योंकि टेम्परेचर बहुत ज़्यादा है। इसके लिए हम ये प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि जो भी पेरीफेरी एरिया है जहाँ पे मोर और जो छोटे वन्य जीव विचरण करते हैं, वहाँ पे भी पानी की व्यवस्था और कराई जाए।
For the next 48 hours, Rajasthan will continue to face severe heat wave conditions with temperatures expected to come down only after the 1st of June. In Jaipur, Harsha Kumari Singh, NDTV.